Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Dr. T, Lone Star Vet. Dr. T is Dr. Lauren Thielen, Thielen. I'm pretty sure I mispronounced that. I don't remember if she said it or not in the video. I only watched one episode. This is a series. It's only one season. It came out in 2019. It's about only 8 episodes, but it follows Dr. T. They liked on National Geographic to have these very brief names, I guess. So it fits better because they have to always put like veterinarian or something about where they're from, and that makes it unique. Like we're in Alaska, we're in Texas, we're in, well, here Dr. D is a Lone Star vet, meaning it's Texas based, and even though there's nothing's particularly Texasy about this, other than the customers that come in with the clients that come in with their pets. So they all have very Texas accents as compared to Dr. T, who does not. Most of her staff have a little bit of an accent, but Dr. T, no, no. She looks 15. I'm sorry, but she looks really young. But hey, there's a lot of girls who grow up who become Doctor Women. Doctor Women. I mean, they grow up and she just looks really young, but she knows what she's doing apparently because she's dealing with like a parrot, like a gray parrot. What is it? Raccoons, baby raccoons, little hedgehogs. There's oh gosh, they have a bunch of little things that just come and go really quick. They spend a lot of time on the parrot. There's also the first episode has to do with turkeys, like the turkey trot something or other. Somebody's having a problem. Another doctor is having a problem with her turkeys attacking her husband. Sure, that's a thing, and so they bring Dr. T in to look at the turkeys and laugh at their husband for being attacked by turkeys, and then they give him something that controls the testosterone in the turkeys. Or then they also teach the husband to puff himself up whenever he's around the turkeys to make him look bigger and more menacing, and so they don't mess with him. He also carries a stick usually, and they don't mess with him. But somehow that was a plot line. Yeah, I'm trying to think of something I've already blanked out. I just finished watching it. I've already blanked out on a majority of what I saw, except for Sue, the woman who owns Sammy, the parrot. I don't want to necessarily. He looks like a parrot to me, but he's probably like some other type of parrot-like bird. But he doesn't talk or anything. But he has a growth on his neck, and well, he's 28 years old. Even though those things tend to live to be about 50 or so, he's like middle aged, and it's risky to put them under anesthesia, to have surgery and everything else. So he's about that big. He's not huge, but he's also not a tiny little parakeet type thing or anything. But it's just heartbreaking to watch this poor woman Sue, who's probably she's had this bird for 28 years, and it's heartbreaking to see her just break down and cry. The idea that if this growth happens to be cancer, that she could lose this bird. Like, she's literally lived. This bird has been with her for more than half her life, or I don't know how, almost half her life, around there. She's genuine. She's just like a sweet grandma who is about who's dealing with possibly losing her best friend. So this is on a different scale. Yesterday we had Secrets of the Zoo, exotic animals from the wild that have to be handled a particular way. This is more like people bringing in pets or animals they find in the street. Somebody brought in a possum that was just abandoned alongside the road somewhere, like a baby. Like the parent left it. Same thing with the baby raccoons. We literally start off with the baby raccoons. There's a hedgehog, a hedgehog at some point. So yeah, there's all sorts of really cute animals in this, if that's what you really like. And if you have kids, you want to think that animals teach kids empathy. Hopefully. Hopefully. How they treat an animal will give you an idea how they treat people as they grow up, more than likely. We've seen this with serial killers. So if you find kids who find it a great connection with animals and one where they would like to take care of them and heal them and make them feel better, this is the kind of thing that you could show them. And you could show them and they could say, oh, I liked the cute hedgehogs or the bird or whatever it is. They want to be able to help. It's not just dogs and cats like a lot of the other people. We have a doctor, like I was saying, how everybody has shortened names. Like she's a Dr. T, there's a Dr. K, of course there's Dr. Paul, who's all over the place. And they're all, and there's so many different veterinarians in National Geographic, Disney Plus. Holy cow. We have a lot of veterinarians to go through. We've watched, some of them have multiple series, like Dr. Paul. Yeah. So, back to the thing with the kids. The kids, I think if you want to have kids that, might be interested in animals and maybe finding something they can grow into, and we can never have enough people taking care of animals and people, but veterinary school and getting a practice or working at a practice, it's never a bad thing. So yeah, maybe I'd give that a shot. By the way, this also, speaking of kids, is seems to be a vehicle for which the clients get their grandchildren to join them on screen. So you can see every once in a while when they're shooting people from over their shoulders from behind, that even the kids have mic packs attached to their belts. So if they happen to have a line or something, you could easily hear them speak. But yeah, they don't focus on them too much. But it's just funny that everybody got a mic pack. So yeah. And of course, like Sue brings in her little grandson, who's maybe 5, to help carry the bird out in the carrier. The carrier is almost big as he is, so it's not necessary. But you get to say, "Hey, I got to be on TV with my grandson." How precious is that? That's just super sweet. So, yeah. Like I said, I only watched 1 episode. I'm sure the other 7 are just as uplifting and traumatic, and and there's humor throughout this. But this is one of those kind of things that are treated less as a documentary type of thing and more as a reality series where they heighten the drama. Does the bird have cancer? And then we cut to a commercial. There's no commercials on here, but if there had been, you can see where all the breaks are. Like, oh, will Sammy have cancer? What will happen? Oh, will he, and then there's crying and there's tension, and but will it resolve in the end in a good way? You'll have to watch to find out. So that's the kind of thing I don't like about these type of reality shows, where they just have to throw in the music and the commentary to just really heighten it, to make it interesting. Like, I don't know. Give me the Great Barrier Reef one again. I don't know. I won't watch another one of these. I'm sure they're all lovely, talented, wonderful people. It's great, but it's just not my cup of tea. So let's pick tomorrow's episode.
223.
223. Yeah. 223. Come on. Okay. It feels like we've had this already. I'm going to check after I show it to you, and I'm going to log off. But if it turns out that we haven't seen it, that we have seen it before, I'm going to come back and pick another one. Some of these kind of things have complicated titles that sometimes there might be duplicates that sneak in that I just don't realize it. We've seen this show before. This is it's a reality comedy series. Just roll with it. You decide live. So at some point, they filmed the show live, and you on watching TV, just like how we used to do with American Idol and everything else, like you text this number to vote for whoever. More than likely, rather than having the studio audience full of 12-year-olds deciding everything, people who are watching this on the Disney Channel or whatever get to decide. So, but this is all pre-taped, so you don't get to decide. You get to see what the results are as they had happened at that time. So just roll with it. You decide live on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here with that.